North Korea. Just hearing the name sparks images of military parades, nuclear threats, and an isolated nation locked away from the modern world. But at the heart of this state lies a dynasty, the Kim family, whose grip on power has shaped the destiny of millions for more than 7 decades. From Kim Il-sung, the founding great leader, to Kim Jong-il, the dear leader, and now Kim Jong-un, the world's youngest head of state when he took power. This dynasty has ruled with a mix of fear, propaganda, and ruthless control. To understand Kim Jong-un today, his absolute authority, his defiance of global powers, and his brutal reputation, we must first examine the legacy he inherited, the machinery of power he commands, and the dark realities of life under the Kim regime. This is not just the story of a man, it is the story of how a family built one of the most repressive regimes in history, and why its current leader is seen by many as one of the most dangerous figures of our time. The roots of North Korea's dictatorship begin with Kim Il-sung, born in 1912 under Japanese colonial rule. A guerrilla fighter during World War II, he rose with Soviet backing when Korea was divided after Japan's defeat. By 1948, he was installed as the head of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK. Kim Il-sung built a personality cult that rivaled Stalin's, presenting himself not just as a political leader, but as a near-divine father of the nation. Schools, newspapers, and radio stations pushed the idea that every grain of rice and every sunrise was thanks to the great leader. Dissent was crushed, families of traitors punished for generations, and loyalty became a matter of survival. This foundation of totalitarian control laid the blueprint for his descendants. Power was not just political, it was hereditary. North Korea was designed to be a monarchy masquerading as a communist republic. When Kim Il-sung died in 1994, his son Kim Jong-il assumed power. Known as the dear leader, Kim Jong-il inherited not just a nation, but also the machinery of fear. His rule was marked by 2 key policies: Songun, military first policy, and absolute loyalty to the dynasty. The 1990s also brought disaster. North Korea's economy collapsed, and a devastating famine killed an estimated 1 to 3 million people. Reports of people eating grass, tree bark, or even resorting to cannibalism emerged, while the regime continued pouring resources into the military and nuclear weapons. Despite this suffering, Kim Jong-il maintained his grip on power by using propaganda to paint himself as a genius in art, science, and military strategy. State media absurdly claimed he shot 11 holes in one the first time he played golf and could control the weather with his moods. While the world mocked, North Koreans were forced to believe, or at least pretend they did. When Kim Jong-il died in December 2011, his youngest son, Kim Jong-un, was thrust into leadership at just 27 years old. Many outside experts doubted he would survive. How could someone so young control a military with more than 1 million soldiers and a state apparatus built on fear? But Kim Jong-un quickly silenced doubters. Within a year, he began purging potential rivals, including powerful generals and even family members. His most infamous move was the execution of his uncle, Jang Song-taek, accused of treason and torn apart by anti-aircraft guns, according to some reports. Later in 2017, his half-brother Kim Jong-nam was assassinated in Malaysia with VX nerve agent, a brazen attack widely believed to have been ordered by Kim Jong-un himself. These moves cemented his reputation, young, ruthless, and determined to secure his dynasty. Kim Jong-un learned from his father and grandfather that power in North Korea is not just about control, it's about image. He carefully modeled himself after Kim Il-sung, adopting his grandfather's hairstyle, dress style, and even mannerisms. This wasn't cosmetic, it was symbolic, reinforcing the idea of continuity in the Kim dynasty. State propaganda portrays Kim Jong-un as a caring father figure, visiting schools and factories, laughing with children, and tasting new food products. But these photo opportunities are staged, and behind the smiles lies the machinery of terror. Secret police monitor every neighborhood, labor camps punish anyone accused of disloyalty, and an entire system of surveillance keeps citizens in constant fear. This dual image, benevolent leader to the people, ruthless dictator to rivals, is central to his rule. For ordinary North Koreans, life is a daily struggle. Food shortages are common, wages are pitiful, and electricity is unreliable. Citizens are divided into social classes called songbun, which determine everything from education opportunities to food rations. Families with bad songbun, meaning their ancestors were suspected of disloyalty, are permanently disadvantaged with no chance of escape. Meanwhile, dissent is impossible. Speaking against the regime listening to foreign radio, or even joking about the leader can result in imprisonment or death. Entire families are punished for one person's actions, sent to brutal labor camps where starvation, torture, and execution are routine. And yet, the state maintains absolute loyalty through fear and indoctrination. Children grow up singing songs about Kim Jong-un, learning that he is the protector of their nation, while carefully censored media tells them the outside world is chaotic and hostile. If one thing has defined Kim Jong-un's international reputation, it's his pursuit of nuclear weapons. North Korea's missile tests have shaken neighbors like South Korea and Japan and alarmed the United States. For Kim, nuclear weapons are not just military tools. They are bargaining chips, a shield for the regime, and a source of prestige. In 2017, North Korea claimed to have tested a hydrogen bomb and demonstrated missiles capable of reaching U.S. cities. This brought the world closer to conflict than at any time since the Cold War. Kim Jong-un proved he was willing to risk global condemnation to secure his regime's survival. At the same time, he used nuclear progress to force world leaders to engage with him. In 2018, he met with U.S. President Donald Trump, the first ever meeting between a North Korean leader and a sitting American president. The summit produced dramatic images, but little real change. Kim gained legitimacy on the world stage while continuing his weapons program behind the scenes. Kim Jong-un's paradoxical nature is striking. Domestically, he rules with an iron fist. Executions, purges, and labor camps remain central to his regime. Internationally, however, he has sought to present himself as a statesman. His meetings with world leaders, from Trump to China's Xi Jinping to South Korea's Moon Jae-in, showed a leader who understands the value of optics. But behind the handshakes and smiles lies a brutal reality. Nothing about Kim's power has changed. While he smiles for cameras, his people suffer in silence, cut off from the world and trapped in one of the most controlled societies in human history. The Kim Dynasty is now in its third generation, something almost unheard of in communist regimes. Kim Jong-un has children, though little is known about them, and speculation swirls about whether his sister, Kim Yo-jong, might one day succeed him. What is clear is that the dynasty is built to endure. North Korea's survival strategy relies on three pillars: fear at home, weapons abroad, and myth-making everywhere. As long as Kim Jong-un can maintain this balance, the dynasty will likely continue no matter the cost to its people. The story of Kim Jong-un is not just about one man. It is the story of a dynasty that turned a nation into a prison, a people into subjects, and fear into a way of life. From Kim Il-sung's rise after World War II to Kim Jong-un's nuclear standoffs, the Kim family has perfected the art of dictatorship. Kim Jong-un may smile for cameras, shake hands with presidents, or visit a chocolate factory in front of cheering crowds. But make no mistake, his power is built on blood, fear, and silence. The question for the world is not just how to deal with Kim Jong-un, but how long a nation can remain chained to one family's ambition. If you found this deep dive into the Kim Dynasty eye-opening, don't forget to hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more detailed stories about history's most powerful and most brutal figures. Your support helps us bring more hidden truths to light.